Cortney and Colt in this last episode of 90 Day the Single Life. So we have Colt, and he is sitting there with Cortney, talking to Cortney, and Cortney pretty much told him, look, I tried everything I could. You still cheat on me. I took care of your ass. I feel dumb as hell now. And there's really nothing else to talk about at this point because nothing you say can change what happened. And Colt was like, okay, Cortney, I'm done ruining you and your parents' life. I'm just going to leave you alone so you don't have to ever worry about me again. And he starts wheeling himself away on his wheelchair, but his wheelchair was struggling. You could hear that wheelchair squeaking like hell, and it was so loud in the mic. And Cortney, she has a huge heart, so she can't just see him sit there and struggle, but he is pulling at her heartstrings intentionally. Yeah, he's hurt, and I'm sure it's not super easy for him to get around, but he's purposely pulling on the pity party as a way to get her to try to stick around or feel bad for him and forget what he really did. And that's what I don't like, because it's taking her attention off what he did. He doesn't seem like he's sincere and like he's really apologetic. Instead, he just wants her to feel like he's a sad little helpless puppy, so she has to feel like she has to continue being there. So she helps him up to his room, and when he gets to the room, he goes into the couch, tries to sit himself down on the couch, but I guess he did it in a way that hurt his leg, so he moaned and groaned really loud, and Cortney felt bad. She got his leg up, she's trying to reposition him to make sure he's comfortable, she's doing all the things that a caretaker would, and he just grabs Cortney and squeezes Cortney really tight, and he's trying to make it seem like nothing happened, and they're just sitting there. And if you didn't know about everything that happened, you would have thought that he would have never just cheated the way that they're saying they're hugged up on each other. But she's like, look, dude, I gotta deal with reality, and the reality is you cheat on me, and I think it's in my best interest that I just go ahead and go. And I'm glad that she's a smart cookie and she got her ass up out of there, because she would have sat there and just stayed with him and felt bad, and she would have went on another year being his caretaker while he just cheats on her. And I think at this point, I'm starting to think that Colt's just using these women for a storyline for the show, because every single girl he brings on the show, he cheats on them. He doesn't try to hide it whatsoever. I mean, come on, he was literally bragging about the fact that he was cheating on Cortney, and he was being loud and proud about it, like 1 or 2 episodes into this season of The Single Life, and he's done that with all his other seasons. He had no problem sitting there bragging about his other girls in confessionals, and at this point, I think he does it because, let's be honest, Colt, when he's not cheating, he's not the most entertaining. I mean, when he was like dancing at 90 Day Hunt for Love, his dance moves, those were a little entertaining. But besides that, it's not like Colt has a lot going on. It seems like the most interesting part about him is his unhealthy, toxic relationships, which he seems to cheat on. And I'm not saying his relationship with Cortney was toxic because of her. It was toxic because of his ass, because he can't stay faithful. And Colt eventually admitted. At first he was trying to make it seem like it was Cortney's fault, like she wanted to just act like husband and wife and move too fast, but then finally he's like, you know what, I think the reason why I cheat is because I know that my relationships have expiration date. I know that they're eventually going to get sick of me. I don't bring a lot to the table, so I always want to make sure that I have someone there. And you know what, I think Colt is correct, and I'm glad that he's finally honest about things. Colt knows that he's in these parasitic relationships where he just sucks everything out of these women, and a woman is eventually going to grow tired of that. They're going to want that man to eventually step up, but Colt doesn't really have much to bring them mentally or physically at this point, so he knows that he needs to have some kind of backup plan, because he needs to have a place to go, so he always wants to make sure he has a plan B and a plan C, likely. I'm sure he has other women that he's talking to on top of this girl from. That's why he lays on the charm so thick with these women at the beginning, because he knows he really doesn't have anything else to bring to the table, and so many women have felt for it. And a lot of people are even doubting if this relationship with Cortney was real. A lot of people I've seen, even several bloggers and people in my comments, saying they feel like they both did this first storyline. If they did, then Cortney's a good actor, because she had me fooled, because she was crying, and if she's acting, then she deserves an Oscar award for that acting because she had me convinced. But I don't know. I kind of think that their relationship was legit, and Cortney got sucked into Colt's charm and really thought that she could turn a hoe into a housewife. But I don't think Colt's ready for all that right now. I hate to say it, but I think a lot of it has to do with the way that Colt was raised. Since his father passed away when Colt was young, I don't think he really had that father role in his life to see what a man's supposed to do, how he's supposed to take care of the family. And I think that Debbie, unfortunately, enabled him for too long and cooked all his food, did all his laundry, and did everything for him. I mean, even Vanessa said that and constantly complained that Colt didn't want to help do anything around the house. But Cortney kept reading everything the exes tried to warn her about on social media, and she kept ignoring it, and she should have just listened to the ex-girlfriends. And Vanessa has been having a heyday on social media. She went on this TLC post that shared a clip of Cole and Cortney finding out that he cheated on her, and she posted this little like video gif of this wheelchair being rolled into traffic, and I guess she's insinuating that's Colt, or what she would have done to Colt is she was Cortney. And yeah, I think Vanessa felt for the same thing. She felt so bad about his leg, so she stuck around. And even she said that she was having trouble with finances at one point because all his money was going towards hospital bills and all this stuff, and she was just very frustrated because when you get with Cole, it's not like you're taking on a partner who's going to help bring anything to your life. It's like taking on a kid who you got to pay for everything and take care of 24/7. And Cortney said that she is done with Colt. She's not going to fall for it or be manipulated. I'm sure Colt is going to be going to Brazil soon because I just don't see him lasting long in a hotel, not just financially but physically, since it seems like he really does need help. He needs to figure out like what he can do to try to get like a caregiver to come over and help him for an hour or two. With how injured he is, I'm sure he would be able to be accepted into some kind of program that does things like that. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, I feel like Colt cheats for multiple reasons. Like, one, why he said he did, because he feels like a woman's going to get sick of him. And two, I think it's because he probably didn't get any attention like in high school or anything, and he starts getting all this attention from these women once he got on the show that he doesn't know how to handle it now. So he's kind of living out like his younger days like most people experience when they start dating and stuff, and he's just now experiencing that as an adult, and he don't know how to handle it, so he's out here being a little hoe. And also, like I was mentioning earlier, I think it's because he on purposely cheats for a storyline, because as long as he cheats, they know they're going to eventually bring him back with his new girlfriend or him single for a single life season so he can start dating other women, because I just think TLC is not having any plans with being done with Cole anytime soon. And Cole, I mean, he don't want to work right now, so it's a way for him to keep money going in. If he don't have a storyline, then he's not going to have another season. But you guys let me know what you think about all this in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.